I want to start off this program with something personal to me, but also something that I know is near and dear to your heart. So today I was back in my hometown of Latta, and a high school friend of mine, childhood friend of mine by the name of Bill Aston passed away a few days ago. And Bill Aston was a sportsman, as we talked about at the funeral. This gentleman loved the outdoors perhaps as much as, if not more than anybody in South Carolina, every aspect of it from a young age. And he dedicated his life to the outdoors of South Carolina, and also dedicated his adult life working with the 4-H shooting program in South Carolina. And his son, Player, is a game warden in the Department of Natural Resources. So all of that spun off from my friend Bill Aston. And what I wanted you to talk about is the 4-H shooting program, maybe what you know about his involvement or what you know about the 4-H shooting program and what that means to the folks who are in that program.
So a great man. Bill Aston was a huge supporter of youth shooting sports throughout South Carolina, absolutely in the 4-H in his area, in Dillon County, huge supporter of that. Player, his son, is a product of that, went to Clemson University, won a national championship at Clemson. Player's been a standout wildlife officer. He worked for the governor's detail for a while, so that's a very prestigious position. I know his dad was so proud of him. And, yes, Bill loved to hunt. They went to Africa together, he and his dad, and they hunted across South Carolina together, just really enjoyed time together. But Bill Aston was always a supporter of youth shooting sports, a big part of 4-H and the DNR program. When we got started, Bill was always there to support us, helped us get scholarships, get support for kids, was there to help kids learn from the beginning, from stages of not even knowing anything about shooting to taking them to being competitive. So it's a sad day for sure to lose a man like Bill, but what a great man he was. And I do want to say that today is a shout out to Bill Aston, because he was a huge promoter of DNR youth shooting and 4-H for sure, and will be very much missed across this state.
Absolutely. How big is 4-H, the program for youth shooting? How big has that become across the state?
So 4-H has grown. You know, we started off with sporting clays when we started doing our shooting sports, and then from there we started working in DNR 4-H support. We really wanted to push skeet and trap, all three disciplines. And from that, we started our skeet and trap program, which mirrored a lot of what 4-H was doing too. We partnered with 4-H, so we partnered with 4-H and their program statewide to support skeet trap, and it just grew. And 4-H is a huge program, and Bill is a big part of Dillon County, and from there across the state. Always at our events, always supporting kids. But, so 4-H is a huge part of what our program, it's kind of really blown out from our program. We focus on getting schools started. 4-H focuses on clubs. So they mirror together a little bit, and it works together to support youth shooting across the state. Because kids that are in schools may join a club to shoot 4-H where their schools may not shoot during the summer and things. So 4-H grows from that and just takes and just basically explodes from there, and their opportunities are endless.
I got to believe, too, Major Downer, we're talking about the 4-H shooting clubs and youth shooting clubs across the state. I got to believe that this is a great first step for educating young people on the do's and don'ts of handling firearms.
Absolutely. It is. For the most part, it's kids that are interested in shooting. But again, Bill and others like him have brought kids in that didn't have any knowledge of shooting, boys and girls, and have made some really good shooters. So it is absolutely, it's about safety. Safety is our premium. That's the number one, number two thing we told me. That's it. That's top of it. Is safety. Safety. And 4-H has had a good safety record, and we've had a good safety record too. But we use the same disciplines as far as in our training, our coaches training. We adopted the 4-H coaching training model. So again, we really work together to promote safety in that program for sure.
All right. Well, it was a great funeral. He was eulogized by family member and close friend, and the fact that he was so involved in the shooting side of things and the great outdoors. That was made abundantly clear today. And his son, player, as you mentioned, has picked it up and run with it and is one of your game wardens down in Horry County.
He is. Like I said, player had been on the governor's detail before. Also, for a while, he was one of the guys that helped take the governor around, protect the governor. So that was a very prestigious job. He held that for a while. Again, I know that Bill is extremely proud of player, his career at Clemson, his career as a game warden. Very proud of his son.